Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa Kazem and today's video is going to be a Throne of Glass reading vlog. So I'm pretty sure most people know who Sarah J Maas is by now. At least if you're in the book community, you should know who Sarah J Maas is. She is the author of the ACOTAR series, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses, and this book, the first one, went viral on TikTok a couple years ago, and I have since then read the entire series, and it's a 5-star series for me. I absolutely love this. So now I want to read the Throne of Glass series, and I want to vlog it. I have recently just finished The Assassin's Blade, which I gave 4 stars. I really like this one. And I know there's a debate about which book you should read first. I read Throne of Glass, then I read The Assassin's Blade, and now I'm currently reading Throne of Glass again because since it's been like a year and a half, I don't remember anything. So I wanted to read it again, and so far I'm actually loving it. I am only 100 pages into Throne of Glass, so I'll be able to vlog the rest of me finishing this one. But this is the progress where we're at right now, and I will check in as we keep going. So I'm continuing off from page 104, and basically, not a lot has really happened yet. I don't remember it being like this the first time I read it around. Our main character, Selena, has been forced to compete to be the king's champion, and basically she's an assassin, and if she wins the championship, then she'll be the king's champion and be his personal assassin. So that's kind of the setup for this book. But yeah, so far I am 104 pages in, so I'm a quarter of the way through. Again, not much has happened. It's just kind of her meeting different characters, and she's very snarky, which I really like. She's very confident in herself. It's crazy though, because as I mentioned, I read Assassin's Blade first this time around, and this is my reread of Throne of Glass, and I cannot believe how just in this short little 100 pages, Assassin's Blade has been referenced so much. And I can't believe that the first time I read this, I just read through those situations. It literally mentions places that she's been, which was in Assassin's Blade, and then characters that she met, not necessarily naming them, but just referencing the characters from the first book. And I just can't believe I didn't know any of that. So it's been really fun reading through all of that. Also, do you guys like my book tabs? I love making my book tabs match, and I feel like this matches really well. It's so cute, and then at the end it's gonna look so pretty on the side. Anyway, I need to get actually back into reading now. I'm on chapter 14. Okay, so it's been a few days since I last updated you guys. I'm now on page 186. There's been a lot of cute things happening, which I'm really surprised by. Like I said, I barely remember this book. There's a bit of flirting that I wasn't expecting. I do remember some flirting, but when I remember reading this, I don't remember it feeling so much like a romance. I remember it feeling more like just a fantasy. But I'm a little less than halfway now, this much through it. So I'm gonna try and get through more of it today. I'd like to finish this within the next 2 or 3 days, realistically, because I really want to move on to the next one, because I'm just dying to see where the series is gonna go. I just have to say how much I love Selena. I forgot what she was like. I kind of just remembered the gist of the story, her competing with people and this and that, but I forgot a lot about her character. This isn't really a spoiler. She's an assassin, right? And so she fights very well. And then after she finished fighting someone, she went, "Give me real men to fight, then maybe I'll bother trying." update, I finished Throne of Glass. I really enjoyed this one the second time around, but I have to say, I think my second time around, my rating would be like 4 stars instead of 5, which really shocked me. I was really expecting to love this one just as much the second time around, so I'm not entirely sure like what happened. I think at the moment I'm just really sick of the trials thing. It seems to be a trope in a way, like a plotline trope, because I have read quite a few books I feel like that have trials, and this year I already read Powerless. If you've read Powerless by Lauren Roberts, amazing book, but again it's like the whole thing with trials. And one of my favorite books ever, A Song of Wraiths and Ruins, is a book about trials, and I think I'm just getting really tired of the trials thing. So I'm actually really looking forward to moving on from this one because the trials ended in this book, and hopefully there are no more trials in the rest of the series because I think I'm just tired of it. So last night I actually started Crown of Midnight. I don't remember how many pages I got in. My bookmark fell out. Probably around here. Yeah, I think page 44 is where I'm at. Also look at my tabs. They're so cute and they match so well. I'm really excited to see this all done at the end. Kind of like how my Throne of Glass one is. This one matches really well. I just love doing the book tabs, so you're gonna see me talk about that a lot. But so far, I'm really looking forward to this book. I'm only 44 pages in, and there was some stuff that was already making me sad, and some references to Assassin's Blade. This was like referencing it just a little bit, and I'm really excited to see where this story is gonna go because I have not read the back of the book. I don't want to read the back for any of these. I think I just want to go in blindly to each book and just see what's gonna happen next. So right now, I have no idea where this is heading. All I know is that something dangerous is going on, and I'm really worried for our main character, like what's gonna happen. But I'm excited, and I'll keep you updated. So a little update, I'm on page 70. There's like a character that was in the previous book, and like something just awful was revealed about this character. It made me really upset. I don't know, I wasn't expecting that, especially since this is a YA. I don't know if this is YA anymore, but I just read something horrible and that just made me sad. Just pretty sad. You guys, I was just doing some reading before bed. Page 120. If you know what I'm talking about. I'm like heartbroken at what I just read. My poor heart. Like, I think that's enough reading for tonight. I am gonna go to bed with that horrible thought in my mind. Okay, so it's the next day. I took my break from this last night. I think you guys saw that clip of me just freaking out over what just happened on page 120, but I am ready now to read more. This is how much I've read so far. There are just so many insane like plots going on at the moment, and I really just need to get into it. I've been kind of busy this morning doing some other things, but it's now almost the afternoon, and I want to just make myself a latte and just sit and read. I am going on a bachelorette trip to Vegas tomorrow. It's gonna be all weekend. If possible, I'd like to finish this today and tomorrow. I don't know. That's a lot of pages. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. And if possible, I'd like to finish this so that I can start Heir of Fire because I want to get ahead of my TBR this month. So I'm gonna go make my latte and continue this. Okay, so it's quite a bit later and I've actually finished Crown of Midnight. When I came back from my Vegas trip, I got sick because I guess that's what happens when you go to Vegas, and I was sick for 2 weeks, and so I very slowly finished this book off. When I'm sick, I really struggle to read. Like I get too tired and exhausted and I can't really focus. So it took a while for me to get through it, but I did finish it, and I was not going to vlog while I was sick because that's gross, but I finished it, and this is an amazing book. Like I cannot even explain how much I loved this book. This is way better than the first one. I still love the first one, but this one just like blew me away. The first half of this book was just a little bit slow, but I wasn't bored. It was just kind of slow. Then when you get to the second half of the book, it like blew me away. Like everything from the first half connected to the second half, and the way the ending wrapped up was literally incredible. Like I've never read a book end in this type of way. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the ending of Akuma. Akamath, which is A Court of Mist and Fury. Not that they're the same storyline at all, they're not, but like the way the ending of Akamath felt is how this felt for me. So I love this book. This is definitely a 5-star read. Like, I would reread this. This was amazing. I am really excited to see where the next one goes. Also, with Air of Fire, everyone says it's like their favorite one in the series, so I'm really excited to get to it, and I'm just gonna go start it right now because I need to know what happens next. Alright, so it's been a few days, and I'm on chapter 31, page 260. Like, I vlogged a little bit, but I'm not gonna include the footage because it's literally so boring. And I don't understand what's going on. Like, this book is boring me. We have switched to so many POVs. If I'm not wrong, I think there are 6 POVs in this book. And just to give you a reference, Assassin's Blade was just Selena's POV since they're novellas. At least I think it was just her POV. Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight had 3 POVs because there's like 3 important perspectives, I'd say, we're following. And I'm fine with that, 3. But 6? Nothing is happening. It's been 260 pages. A lot of books are just 300 pages, so like, is anything gonna happen? Like, I really want to like just look ahead and see if anything's gonna happen, but I'm not going to because I don't want to spoil anything. I'm like so shocked that people love this book. I get it if you love the series, but like, Crown of Midnight was so fun and exciting, and this, in comparison, it's like nothing is happening. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're in 6 POVs. Hang on, wait, okay, let me just count. I was wrong. There are 7 POVs in this book. Oh my god, 7 POVs. There is a new character introduced in this book. Okay, no, that's a lie. There are 3 new characters in this book, which are the 3 new POVs that we're getting. 2 of them, I would say, are interesting enough for me to want to read about because they are directly related to the plot with the politics of the world. That's all I'll say. Like, the politics, these 2 characters are important and kind of affect that. This other character's point of view is so insignificant and unimportant. I just don't get why we have another POV. Like, 6 is quite a lot, and then we just went and added number 7, and I don't know why. I just want to get on with Selena's story. That's the thing, like, I've read 260 pages of all these characters, and I feel like in each character's perspective, barely anything has happened because we keep switching POVs anytime something's about to happen. So that's also where this is getting annoying. So that's where I am right now with this one. I'm really drained. It's been a few days of me trying to get through this, and I feel like I'm so bored. I keep like wanting to reach for my phone and do something else because it's boring me, and that makes me really sad because this is people's favorite book. So like, if this is your favorite, then what the hell are the rest of the books gonna be? Are they gonna be just as boring, or are they gonna get any better? So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I think I'll provide an update when something happens, because right now, nothing is happening. I will get back to you when something happens.
Okay, I finally have a better update. I'm on page 466, and I've tabbed like 4 different things. I feel like Sarah J. Maas always does this, but like, she connects everything together, and like, this scene is just magical and amazing. I still don't think it was worth 400 pages to get here, but I'm obsessed with what's happening, and it's like very drawn out, so I have no idea where this is going to go, but finally something real is happening. I just finished page 520, and like, the cutest thing just happened. Not cute, but like sweet, if that makes sense. And it was just like heartwarming. Like, oh my god, like, finally the book is good. I have 40 pages left. I'm gonna stay up and finish it tonight because I just need to get to the end of this book now. I can't believe what just happened. I'm 4 pages away from finishing, and something crazy just happened that I was not expecting. Like, this is what I've been needing. These entire, like, 500 pages, this is what I've been needing. I finished it. Oh my god. That last line was incredible. If you know what I'm talking about, like, if you've read this series, if you've read the prequel, oh my god, like, the last line of this whole book means nothing without the prequel. Like, you have to read Assassin's Blade first, because that last line made this whole book feel more worth it. I can't believe I'm done with this book. Oh my god, look at these tabs. I'm gonna go to bed and I need to process this for a little bit, and then I'll talk about it tomorrow.
Okay, so it's been a few days and I'm finally ready to talk about the first part of this reading vlog. So we'll go one by one with our ratings. I've already mentioned The Assassin's Blade is 4 stars for me. I really loved this book and I loved the way it just set up the whole series. It definitely provided a backstory, but in a way where you like really want to continue and read on and find out what's going to happen to her. So love this one. Also, this is just editing me popping in right now because I just forgot to say, I definitely recommend reading Assassin's Blade first. I haven't even finished the series yet, and I'm already telling you that by the way Throne of Glass was written, the way Crown of Midnight was written, and the way that Heir of Fire ended, literally that last line, you have to read Assassin's Blade first. That is what I firmly believe, so I'm just putting that out there. I recommend reading it first. Next, okay, Throne of Glass, I really did enjoy this book. It's just that I think I'm just a little bit sick of the whole trials thing. Other than that, it was still really great. I loved the way the writing was. I loved how the pacing was of the book too. It didn't feel like the trials were just suddenly over or anything, like you're really going through them, but you're also learning about the rest of the background of the story. I feel like when you first start reading this book, you really think that like the trials are what's important, but there's so much more to the world than just the trials, and this book does a really good job of teaching you what those things are, or at least piquing your interest in them before you get there. And so I really loved that, and I really liked the dynamic between all 3 characters in this book. I don't know why, I completely forgot about the 3rd character in this, but I really liked the dynamic and just getting to know them all again. This one, my second time around, it's really hard. I feel like I'm just stuck at 4 stars. I don't know if I would want to reread this again. After reading Crown of Midnight, I don't know if I would reread this one. So I'm not sure, but for now I'm just gonna say 4 stars. And then Crown of Midnight, I love this book. I feel like this is so under talked about, and I'm wondering if it's just because the rest of the series gets even better, because if it does, then I'm really looking forward to that. But this book made me feel so many emotions. I just loved everything that happened. I like the way, I can't even explain, like the way it set up the rest of the story. You get a little bit less than halfway through and all of a sudden everything starts connecting. Everything from the first half of the book comes about in the second half, and it's just so good. And the way it ended just like had me really shocked, and that's what I really love. I love when a book shocks me and there's something that I don't predict, and that's what this did. And it was nice and quick too. It was only, I think, 418 pages, and that's what I need. I don't like fantasies that drag on for no reason, which is why I'm a little nervous about continuing the series, because the rest of them are so long, and I just hope that they're long because something happens and it's not dragged on for no reason. But otherwise, this one, 5 stars, absolutely. I love this one, and everyone just needs to at least read the series to get to this book because it was so good. And then we have Heir of Fire. I don't think I showed my tabs much for this one, so these are my tabs. I think they look really good. This book, I'm really struggling with a rating, but I'm gonna say 3.5 stars, and I feel like that's really low considering how much people love this. But for me, this just isn't the type of book I love. It's not set up in the way I liked it. Obviously, my main issue with this book is 7 POVs. 6, I could see. If we just had 6 POVs, I feel like it would have been better, but the 7th one, and I can't say who the character is because it's kind of a spoiler if you haven't read the rest of the books. There was just an extra POV in this book that I thought was completely pointless. I see why Sarah J Maas included that POV because it really set up something in the book, but it was just so unnecessary. I just don't think we needed their POV to get the point of it. I feel like we could have still just been in the other POVs and the other characters could have interacted with that character and we wouldn't have needed that POV. So that's where I stand with this book. And then also it just was so boring to me for the first half. With the way I tab my books, I like to put a tab at the top if something really important or something I really love is happening. You can see for the entire first half, nothing was going on for me. I am really hoping that this has not put me in a reading slump, because when I'm in a reading slump, basically I don't find any books interesting when I'm in a slump, and I find that really hard. And that's how I felt when we got to the end and the action was happening. Yes, I loved the action, but I almost didn't care anymore because I was so thoroughly bored. So I'm gonna take a little break from Throne of Glass. Not too long of a break, because I do not want to have to reread all of this to continue the series, but I think I'm just gonna go read a few romances that are quick, like something quick happening, because this was so slow. And Queen of Shadows is longer, and Sarah J Maas just does this thing in her books where the first half nothing's happening and then it picks up. I don't know if Queen of Shadows is like that, but I don't want to risk it being like that and going into a slump. So yeah, anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble. This was a 3.5 stars. I will definitely do a reading vlog part 2 and probably a part 3, because I don't think I can fit all of the rest of the series into another video, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more from me, and let me know down below what your thoughts are on this series, and especially Heir of Fire. Please let me know if you found this book as boring as I did, because I feel like I'm the only person who is not giving it 5 stars, and that makes me really sad. So let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.